What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Dave. This is Quarter Flips. Today I'm just gonna do a what sold video. Haven't done one for a while. Sold a fair amount of stuff. It's been weird. I know it's been weird for a lot of people who are doing online reselling. People are reporting they're not getting any sales. Things are totally strange. Everyone is looking at all these different reasons why that might be the case. eBay changed the way views are calculated to combat bots, and then people think maybe that's keeping people from seeing their stuff. I'm seeing this topic come up a lot about views on eBay. I don't know. I'll have a really great day followed by a couple of really bad days. The only thing I've been able to correlate is that maybe when people are getting paid, like Friday paychecks, that sometimes corresponds to good sales. But I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know if the views have anything to do with anything. I had great sales last week. I had pretty bad sales this weekend. It's the end of the month. I don't know. I do honestly think my sales are pretty good based on the prices that I'm putting things up for, because I've been following this old pricing strategy that someone told me a few years ago when I was working with them on their online sales. And they said, price everything really high and then bring it down till it sells. Like gradually lower the price until it sells. You get the most money for all your items, and that will squeeze the most profit out of everything. And so since I've been listing with a store, for the most part, I have been doing that. I've been setting things really at the high end, whereas my old philosophy used to be price very low. And when I was doing auctions, I just started it at the lowest amount I would possibly take and then hope that bids would take things higher. But I haven't really done much of that. There have been a few things that have gone for auction, but only now and then. I've got one item that went for auction this time, I'll show you. But it didn't do anything. It went for the starting price. So auctions seem to be less a part of eBay's strategy these days. I don't know, maybe you sell everything at auction. But ever since I got the store, it's all just been buy it now listings. We used to call it buy it now. I guess it's just a listing. And discogs, for a while, discogs was deader than ever. And there isn't anything about discogs and views and all that stuff that comes into play. This would just be a statement about the overall economy and whether or not people were buying stuff online. I think if you combined discogs with other online platforms and you were seeing low sales across the board, that might be an indicator of something. I think that's strange though. Like, if the economy's bad, wouldn't more people be buying used items? Wouldn't people be buying online and buying secondhand? But then I guess the argument would be maybe people aren't buying these kinds of impulse items and collectibles and the kinds of things I sell because they're not necessities. I don't know. I keep selling. I keep doing better by certain metrics. My average sales been going up. But I don't think that sales have been increasing at the amount I would expect for the number of listings I have. Right now, I have about 630 things listed in my store on eBay. And for the first time, I hit 900 items last week on discogs. And I had a couple of quick sales because it is still true that when you list more, you sell more. I'm just not selling quite as much as I thought I would sell. Hopefully that will turn around. And my long-term goal is to have 1,000 things listed on each platform. But that takes some time. That's why I've been focusing on listing. Okay, enough of this. Let's talk about stuff I've sold, since that's basically what I'm doing in this video. I'm going to have another video this week where I go buy more stuff because that's what I do. First thing is I'll touch on discogs. Sold this CD by Hot Water Music. Going to pack this up and ship it today. This went for $9.99 plus shipping. I sold 4 7-inches from the band Praise. To 2 different people. They each bought the Growing, Changing, Healing 7-inch, and they each bought the 2 songs 7-inch, all on React Records. These are all different colors vinyl. They went from between $7.99 to $12.99 a piece, just depending on which one they were. Praise, there's a lot of interest in Praise. And then the week before, I sold a few other Praise records. Why is there so much interest in Praise? Well, it's because they have a new record out on Revelation Records called All in a Dream, I believe. And so people are looking for Praise stuff. Praise is a very good band. They put this record out, Lights Went Out, a few years back. I say a few years because it feels like it was just yesterday. but it actually says 2013 on here. That's 9 years. So 9 years ago, they put out this Lights Went Out LP. It's really, it's hardcore punk rock stuff. I say it on this channel all the time. It may not be for you. It is for me. Very, very 7 Seconds influenced. And I believe the new record even goes further down that route. If that's your thing, check it out for sure. Praise. But one thing that's interesting, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I've had some of these Praise records listed for a long time, and they're suddenly selling. They're suddenly selling because they have a new record out. When something brings a band or a person into the news, into people's minds, you'll start seeing residual sales all over the place. I don't have copies of the new record, I just have the old stuff, but it's selling. And it's selling at good collector's prices. I know people are talking right now about Kate Bush stuff going up in value and interest because she's featured in the new season of Stranger Things. I haven't seen it yet, no spoilers. I don't know, I've never thought of Kate Bush stuff as being particularly collectible, but I'm seeing a lot of chatter about it in different places where people talk about reselling. Likewise, with the DVDs that I sell, a sad thing I always see is that when someone dies, I tend to sell the DVDs I have that they are starring in. So I know this is a thing. When something gets brought to people's attention, you get sales based off it. If that can help you with your listing or buying or the selection for items to buy, then share your secrets with us in the comments, because that takes some real predictive ability that I think most of us don't have. Even when you know a band has a new record coming out, it's not always easy to know that their old stuff is going to sell because of that. Because if people don't like the record, it might make their old stuff sell worse. I don't know. Anyway, the whole point of this is Praise is pretty cool. The last thing on discogs that I'll be packing and shipping today is this Otis Redding Love Man LP. Still in the shrink wrap, though it is open on the end. This one went for $24.99 plus shipping. This was part of that collection of records that I got and made a video about a while back. I don't have a lot of that stuff listed yet, but it's getting a lot of interest as I do list it, so I need to focus on getting these things up too. Because a lot of the vinyl from that collection goes for between 15 and 30 bucks, and that definitely makes it worth it. Moving on, another thing I sold was this Zebco fishing reel. I got this out of, there's a bin store in Everett, Washington that I've been to one time. I walked through the place and saw this fishing reel sticking out for $9. Bought it because I wanted to buy something while I was in there, just kind of see how the whole process went. It was their $9 day. Everything in the bins was $9. This sat for a little while, but ultimately it sold for $17.99 plus shipping. Also sold this nerdy robot model, Griffon Labor test machine. I got this for $1, I believe $1, at a thrift store a while back. It is an open box, but the contents inside are still sealed in plastic. So it is all there. I'll show you. I checked it against the instructions. It's all there. This went for $12.99 plus shipping. And the last thing that I have to pack and ship today is this Codex Chaos Space Marines for Warhammer 40K. This is one of the books that I bought in the video that I put up last week where I was out with Tanya. This went for $9.99 plus shipping. And I sold another one of those books that I've already shipped. This is the Tyranids Codex. I sold that for $39.99 plus shipping. So these 4 Codex books that I've sold from that buy have more than paid for the whole day, which is awesome. Everything else is free from here on out. Still got a bunch of these books to sell. With this one and with the Tyranids book, they were 99 cents a piece. And while we're talking about the nerdy gaming stuff, let's talk about the other stuff that I've sold. This lot of miniatures, it's all Ral Partha AD&D Adventurer miniatures, all kind of mixed up. I think there's 21 of these. This was the item that I put up for auction that didn't get any bids, but it went for the price I set it for, $39.99 plus shipping. I'm happy to get that for those. I sold some other AD&D Adventurer lots from Ral Partha. 2 of them. The AD&D Adventurer line from Ral Partha was you got a male figure and a female figure, the same character class in each package. And they had, I believe, 30 or 33 different options across the run of that line. And these were 13, 14, and 15 in the series. These went for $24.99 plus shipping. And then the further up in this series you got, the rarer the miniatures got. This was 28, 29, and 30. These went for $39.99. I also sold a still in the package Owlbear version 2 of this miniature. That went for $39.99 plus shipping. And the big sale for miniatures last week was this Council of Wyrms brass dragon that I sold for $99.99 plus shipping. Sticking with the nerdy and toy stuff, I sold this Ryu action figure for $7.99. this Playmobil Fire Guardian set for $12.99. The Street Fighter and Sanrio Hello Kitty kind of, I don't know, it's not really a pop set, but it's a little PVC box set. This is Ryu versus Cammy, checking my notes. That went for $24.99. And I sold this Carnage figure from Marvel for $22.99. All of those figures plus shipping. Sold some books. I sold those 2 mouse books for $14.99 plus shipping. I got those in the new warehouse sale video that I put up a while back. I think I paid $5 or $6 for those. 2 paperback books by Kurt Vonnegut. Pretty rough shape, but older paperbacks from him. Those went for $19.99 plus shipping. A couple of books on how to draw manga, whatever, like anime style drawings, Japanese art. These went together for $15.99. And Cardcaptor Sakura Book 1 from Dark Horse Comics. It's a trade paperback. It's pretty thick. This one went for $29.99 plus shipping. Then I sold a bunch of other items that are kind of random that don't fall into any particular category. I sold this STUSSY Tank top for $12.99. This Charming Tales The Honeymoon's Over figurine. That went for $12.99 plus shipping. I sold this Sony TC-150 cassette recorder. It worked. It would power on, but I could not tell how well it worked. That ended up going for $29.99. A FREEPLAY Self-powered radio, brand new, $26.99 plus shipping for that. Sold 3 Sony mini DVD-Rs. These were a single listing, but the person bought 3 together. They were $9.99 a piece, so this went for $29.97 plus shipping. And this Scrub Daddy Vase and Valet set. It's a little holder for a Scrub Daddy. I got this in the clearance section where I used to buy all my clearance makeup. I still walk through there and still see almost no good deals, but I saw this sitting there for $3 or $4 a while back and thought, wait, no, that's got to be good. Checked it. Sold comps looked great and there were none available. So I threw it up for $24.99 and got that plus shipping. DVDs haven't been selling for me quite as fast lately. To be fair, I haven't been listing them as much. I have been buying them, but just not getting them up quickly enough. I've got bags and piles of them around that need to get listed. Even still, I did sell some. The Killing Zone, $17.99. David Charlesworth Hand Tool Techniques DVD. This is part 2, hand planing. These Taunton woodworking DVDs always do really well for me. $14.99 plus shipping. Neverending Story 3 and A Wrinkle in Time split DVD. That went for $19.99. Casino Royale, $11.99. That's a solid quick seller every time I get it. This movie's called Addicted. It sat for a while. I think I bought this quite a ways back last year, but it finally found a buyer, $14.99. The Hobbit animated version and snapcase cover. That one went for $12.99 plus shipping. The Boys from Brazil, $12.99. This is a Hallmark Channel double feature, Winter Love Story and a Winter Princess, $9.99 plus shipping. Red Rock West, starring Nicolas Cage. This is definitely one to be on the lookout for. Went for $21.99. The Great Courses, Great Ideas of Philosophy, DVDs and book set. That went for $24.99. And this Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Rings DVD and gift set. That went for $64.99 plus shipping. And then I need to go back to discogs for a little bit. I said there hadn't been a lot of discog sales, but there have been a few. Here's some of them. I sold this Pete Rock CD. There's a lot of title here. Pete Rock featuring Ini Detta. I don't want to mispronounce stuff. I don't like that. Hip Hop Underground Soul Classics. That went for $19.99. Richard Davis, Now's the Time. That went for $14.99. I listened to that whole thing to make sure it played through for the customer. And it was awesome. It was a live performance, live jazz improvisational performance. And I feel like I learned a little bit listening to that CD. If you know that CD, you know what I'm talking about. It had these fun parts. I was explaining it to Michael Ann. Someone will go off on a tangent while they're playing, and everybody else follows them. And sometimes someone else goes off on a tangent, and everyone doesn't follow them. It's like, nah, it's not going to work. We're not going to go that way. It's like the group is deciding what they're going to play. And then every once in a while, someone will just play a part, and then the whole group will repeat it, and they all just keep repeating it for a while. Like, they're not sure where to go next. And so you listen to these 3 performance pieces that are all about 20 minutes long, and each one of them is just this kind of mishmash of interesting, good jazz music, but it was kind of fun. It actually reminded me a little bit of the Key and Peele sketch where the 2 jazz guys are trying to like play the weird stuff and mess each other up. I don't know. I was thinking of that the whole time I was listening to it, but it was really good. $14.99. So The Harder They Come soundtrack record, $24.99 plus shipping. Not the first time I've sold that. That one sells consistently. Samhain's November Coming Fire on CD, $29.99. Knapsack's Silver Sweepstakes LP, that sold for $29.99. And an absolute classic, Love from the Cult, that went for $29.99 plus shipping. So yeah, sales are still happening. They're sporadic, and then a big pile of them come on all at once. And yeah, I don't know. I don't have any magic wand that I can wave or incredible advice that I can give about how to increase sales, because if I had that, I'd be increasing my own to make sure all my bills were getting paid. I still think the best thing I can do is just keep listing and get those numbers up. Get the number of listed items available for sale so high that even when you're not selling as much, it's still enough. It's got to work, or I've got to get a job. All right. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon with another video where I'm actually going to go buy some more stuff. See you then.